Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Robbie Crager, the Flip Flop Flipper, and you are watching our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to our channel on the way in, guys. We want to help you become a real estate investor, and we want to help you be an entrepreneur out of the rat race, doing deals. We have a community of real estate investors here in this YouTube channel. Become one of the Flip Flop Flipper channel fans. Today we're going to talk about why you should, as you're starting out and you're becoming a real estate investor, or maybe you're a real estate investor who's been doing it on your own for years, why you want to find ways to partner with other real estate investors, why you're going to use other real estate investors to find great deals, to do partnerships together, to find the money for your deal. Guys, real estate investors are a wonderful, collaborative group of people who want to just live in community and do deals together. That's why we do this YouTube channel. We want to expand our business through partnerships, so we say it all the time. And I thought that it would make sense for me to point out some of the things that maybe many of you haven't realized or haven't ever thought. I get asked all the time, Robbie, where do you find the best deals? Place that I find consistently the very best deals are other real estate investors. And I've been doing this for 25 years. I've bought houses at the foreclosure sale. I've bought houses from realtors. I've bought houses from wholesalers. I've bought houses from every source that you could think of in just about any fashion that you could ever imagine. And consistently, I can look back over a 25-year period of time, having done thousands of deals, and say to you this: the best deals that have ever been brought to me, again and again, come from a group of guys that are also real estate investors, or guys and gals, I should say, because it's not just guys. A group of real estate investors that we have been intentional about being sort of business friends with. We've done the best deals together. I can tell you that a group came to me years ago about buying a communications tower at a tax deed sale, and we pooled our money together, about 10 of us. We each put in about 50 grand, and we bought this 2,000-foot cell tower. It wasn't a cell tower, it was a communications tower in Central Florida. It was on 20 acres of land. Every frickin' thing that went on in the radio or on television was a part of this cell tower. It was on the map so that airplanes would avoid it. We made t-shirts about it because when we bought it, we pooled our money together. We bought it together as a group of real estate investors, and it was just such a fun deal, right? Like, so not one of us in the group would have wanted to invest the $500,000 or $600,000 that it cost to buy it, but we put a bunch of people together, everybody put some money in. And on that particular deal, within 1 month's time, we bought it at a tax deed sale. We sold it back to the people who lost it at the tax deed sale, and we got our money back plus a $1 million profit. And guys, the whole transaction took about 30 days. So those kind of fun deals were only available to me because I was in community with these other real estate investors. And if you're missing this mark, if you're trying to do it on your own, you're leaving money on the table. Real estate investors represent a great way for you to do more real estate deals and to make more money together. You can do more together than you can apart. That's what our entire YouTube channel is about, guys. We're not really selling you anything. We're inviting partnerships. That's how we're going to monetize this YouTube channel. There's someone out there that wants to be a real estate investor, and they're going to bring us a great deal, and we're going to partner together. There's someone out there that's watching this channel that's worked a lifetime and they're ready to retire, and you've got some money and you want to get some exposure to real estate and you want to go in on the great deal of a lifetime, and you're going to send an email to the flipflopflipperpr@gmail.com, and we're going to do deals together for a long, long time. That's what we're doing here. That's why I'm encouraging people to subscribe to the channel. We want this community to grow. We want to do deals together, flat out. That's the reason. We want to get people out of the rat race. We want to get you to be an entrepreneur. We want to get you into being a real estate investor. It's provided a great life for us, and over the years, it's lifted up everybody that we know, our family, our friends, people I grew up with. Because we've done something, or because someone else has done something in the community that we're in, we then get to tag along with it, and you will be able to have that experience as well. So here are some other ways that partnering with real estate investors can be beneficial for you. And I think they're ways that many people don't even think about. Number one is the shared network, right? So any real estate investor who's worth their salt is looking at a ton of real estate stuff. And if you're speaking together, you're able to share the knowledge of stuff. So very, very often I get told about a piece of property and they'll say, Robbie, here's a property. Did you see this? And sometimes I'm saying, yeah, I saw that last week. Here's what I thought about it. And I'm giving them the feedback. Other times I'm saying, no, I didn't see about that. Tell me about it. But we're sharing this knowledge base and we're talking about how the deals would structure. We're thinking about what the highest and best use could be. That's our big thing. We're value add real estate investors. And just because I look at something one time and I don't see it as a great deal, that doesn't mean that one of my business partners that I'm already doing other stuff with wouldn't see it as a great deal or wouldn't have a higher and best use for it. So when I've decided that I'm not going to do something and I tell someone else about it, that's a benefit for them. And the same thing, I could bring a deal to them that I didn't want to do, tell them about it. They tell me their highest and best use. And because I brought them the deal, I'm not expecting anything. They invite me to be a partner with them. And that's a way that you can make more money than you would have. You do more deals with more people than you would by yourself. So using that shared network that real estate investors have, becoming part of the community, it's super important. And again, I'm going to keep inviting you to join our community because that's what we're growing here. We're growing a community of real estate investors that are going to do deals together. That's just who we are. Obviously, the knowledge and expertise that you can get from other real estate investors. For instance, when I came to the island of Puerto Rico, I started telling people that I was going to be a hotelier. And so I would introduce myself, hey, Robbie Crager, I'm a real estate investor and I'm a hotelier. Well, it was true that I was a real estate investor, but I really wasn't a hotelier. But because I was telling people that I started meeting other people who actually were, and we're bouncing ideas off of each other. And now you can fast forward, say that was four or five years ago. Fast forward to today, I can look you guys in the eye and say, hey, I'm Robbie Crager, the Flip Flop Flipper, and I am a hotelier. And I sort of spoke that into existence. I networked with people who were a step or two or three or four above me. And because I was able to do that, I was able to form partnerships with them and I was able to step our game up, right? We came to the island as real estate investors who bought single family houses, fixed them up and sold them or rented them. That was really what we did. Sometimes we'd buy some small commercial spaces. And now we're renovating old office buildings into hotels. And we've got old fourplexes that are operational on the island as guest house hotels. So just being in community, the shared network, the bouncing of ideas, the knowledge and experience that you can gain. These are powerful tools that many people don't think about. They don't realize you're going to do more together than you are separate, and you want to get yourself out of the room where you're the smartest guy in the room. I don't really want to be the smartest guy in the room. I always want to be the guy who's in a room with a whole bunch of people that are smarter than I am, and I can glean so much from them, and so you can too. So just think of it that way. Just change your mind shift your mindset just a little bit. Turn your focus from over here, focus over here. Ask different questions, you'll get a different answer. We obviously talk about joint ventures and collaborations, and this is something that we do again and again, and we love to partner with people who are doing real estate in other parts of the world. We've bought hotels in Europe with other real estate investors because we partner with people who are real estate investors. So doing joint ventures with experienced real estate investors, let's talk about that, right? Like, so if you're starting out and you can get yourself in a group of community where there's some people that are more experienced, you could possibly get involved in a deal with them. You could put money into the deal. Maybe you could bring a deal to the table, but by getting yourself around these people, the world is going to open up for you. Obviously, by partnering with people who are more experienced with you, you're leveraging their experience. And anytime you get to leverage someone else's experience, that's a good thing, guys. Real estate's all about leverage, right? It's the best investment in the world. I fully believe that it's the way to go. And the main reason that it's so good is because you can use leverage. You can leverage other people's time. You can leverage other people's experience. You can leverage other people's money. You can leverage other people's willingness to go out and find great deals. So all of this leverage comes into real estate investing. And when you're partnering with other real estate investors, the leverage just kind of grows on itself. This one here, this next one that I'm going to talk about is seller financing. If I'm a real estate investor who's starting out and I want to find seller finance deals, I'm going to look first to experienced real estate investors. And I'm going to say, hey, do you have any deals that you want to sell that you'd consider selling seller financing to? Why? Why would I want to talk to them? Here's why. Because they're already in it. Like me, for instance, I'm a real estate investor and I've got a portfolio of properties in Florida and I've got a portfolio of properties in Puerto Rico. They're cash flowing. And when someone comes to me and says, hey, I'm interested in buying a fourplex, would you consider being the bank? I'm all over it. As a real estate investor and as a landlord, I already know the cash flow game. So if I can start to make some money on some of the equity that I've gotten over the years by owning stuff for a really long time, that's a beautiful scenario for me. So if you're looking for seller finance deals, and many of you who watch this channel are, go and seek out real estate investors and talk to them. Tired landlords are real estate investors, and they understand the cash flow. They're used to getting $1,000 a month for the house that they're rented that you could buy from them. Give them a small amount of money down, take over all of the problems, and give them that monthly payment. They're going to know it. They're going to understand that. You're very likely to be able to strike a deal with a real estate investor on your seller finance deal. So this is just another way to look at it, right? So just you're focused here, just focus a little bit over here, change the question a little bit, think a little bit differently, get outside of the box that everybody's in. It's so easy to be stuck in your little box. I know that I was for years and years stuck in the box of buying single family homes. And when we got finally to a place where we changed our focus and started asking different questions, one, we expanded our box. Two, we got all the way outside of our box, and now we're doing deals that are way more fun and way bigger. And this is the story that can happen for you guys as well. Of course, if you're doing deals with people who are more experienced than you, you treat them as a mentor, and that mentorship is invaluable, guys. Educating yourself by doing deals, I think, is the very best way that you can do it. So the first deal you ever do is going to be a huge learning curve. But if you could somehow do a deal with someone who's already done 1,000 deals and learn from them while you're doing a deal, how much more powerful is that, guys? I hope that you're picking up what I'm putting down here and that you understand what I'm saying. Leave a comment. Tell me, what do you think about this? Have you looked at it this way? Have you ever thought about it this way? Or are you in a box? So many times we get stuck in those boxes, and it just takes a video like this for someone out there to go, wait a second. I know a guy who's doing 50 deals a year. I know that I'm doing my first 5 deals. Maybe I could partner with that guy. Maybe I could glean some information with him. Just look at things a little bit differently, guys. I hope this stuff helps. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Is there anything that I missed on it? Is there another reason that you'd want to partner with experienced real estate investors? Or do you think I'm just full of baloney and that you should do it all yourself? Let me know. I can respect that too, guys, because when I first started out, my whole life actually, I was always the guy that had to learn by doing. So I might have seen this video and just been like, no, I'm going to do it myself. My father, I can remember at a young age, Robbie, don't touch that, it's hot. And I would touch it and I'd go, damn, that's hot. I had to learn it on my own. I wasn't wired at the time to be able to take his experience and know that it was hot. Hopefully, this YouTube channel helps with some people that were like me, that are stubborn, and just catapults you past that, having to learn everything by yourself. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to live in a vacuum. You don't have to stay in the box. Guys, let's do some deals together. I hope you've already subscribed to our channel, but if you haven't, hit that button. And if you want to get a hold of us, if you want to talk to us about real estate, that's what we really like to do. If you want to bring a deal to us, if you want to possibly invest money with us, send me an email at theflipflapflipperpr@gmail.com. Let's get in business together. Let's do a deal together. We expand our business through partnerships. So that's it. That's our video. Watch this next one, guys. It's even better than the last.